What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all having a fantastic day. So, finally got to doing this. This is my 1,000 subscriber Q&A special. So, there's going to be about 12 questions that I can go through. I'm going to go through one at a time, try and explain it as best as possible so that you guys can have a satisfying answer. And yeah, that'll be it. So, I'm just going to start right here. Going to see the first comment. All right, so the first question comes from Matarushu. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I tried to do best. And he asks, which game do you play aside from MCOC? So basically, there's not a lot of phone games that I play aside from MCOC. This is like my main thing that I do. But if I did play like other games, like if we're talking console, I do love story-based games. So some of my favorite games on PlayStation, because I'm a PlayStation boy. The Last of Us series is my favorite video game series of all time. God of War is really good. Uncharted. I played Fortnite when it was popular, so that was a regret in my life. Sometimes I play with my friend casually because we're bored, so that's that. I play Super Smash Bros. With my friends, but mainly on the phone, Marvel's all it is. So that's about it. I hope that answers that question, and let's move on to the next one. All right, so the next question comes from the legendary half of a longtime supporter of the channel. He asks if I had to choose Hercules, Captain Marvel, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Corvus, or Hela plus Odin, who would I choose? Now, this is a difficult question because there's a list that I would want and there's a list of who I believe is the best. So going over the best, it's like number 5 would be, what's it called? Not Cosmic Ghost Rider. It would be Captain Marvel movie. Then I think number 4 would be either Cosmic Ghost Rider or I don't know. I don't even know. It's so difficult to rank them all because they're all amazing. But based off who I want, that's the real important question. Who I want would be number 1 Hercules, number 2 Cosmic Ghost Rider, number 3 Hela plus Odin, 4 Captain Marvel movie, 5 Corvus because I already have a Corvus as rank 3 6-star, and all those other ones, that's the order I would want them. So that's how I rank those in how I want them, but ranking them specifically is just a whole nother video topic. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. All right, so next we have another question from Matarushu, and he asks if I would change my channel profile from Apocalypse to the Best Mutant, aka Deadpool X-Force.
Yeah, I don't think so, bud.
So moving on, the next question is from Gaming9, and he asks what I think of Goldpool. So Goldpool's a weird champion in my opinion. I definitely think he is the best of the trophy champion Deadpools in the game. So just classic Deadpool, was it Deadpool Platinum Pool? That's it, and then Gold Pool. So I definitely think he's the best because he does have some fair RNG. He can do a lot of damage actually. Very good for synergies, especially with Nick Furious to get that restoration kit. So I don't think he's a top tier mutant by any means, but like if he was a permanent champion in the game and like not a trophy champion, I think he'd be fine. You know, nothing crazy, but also not a bad champion. So that's where I stand on him. So not a bad champion, but definitely not top tier. All right, so the next question is, what was your family's reaction to starting a YouTube channel? So at first, I was a little bit afraid of what they would say because I know I had school going on, but it was really just a breeze this year because it was all online. Senior year wasn't that difficult. So I just started this as like a hobby, and then I was kind of afraid what they would do when they found out I had a channel, but my dad was actually pretty supportive of it. He is subscribed. He does watch my videos in front of his friends and parents sometimes just to annoy me. So I do appreciate that. My mom still thinks it's a bit of a sink of time, and you know what? I respect that because when it comes to next year, I will have to stop uploading as frequently as I do because college will become my main focus. So they're all very supportive now that I have over 1,000. They think it's really cool, but they're not too supportive because they know that it isn't that solid a way to make a living. They just want me to do it as like a fun thing to do, but never my primary thing, which, you know what, I'm fine with. So they were actually very cool with it. So I hope that answers that. All right, so the next question comes from Marvel Master, a longtime supporter of the channel, and he asks, what am I going to college for? So I am going to mechanical engineering or material science engineering. I am going to Lehigh University next year, so I want to go into either of those engineering fields. Civil engineering would be my third option, but probably mech is my first one because my dream is to become a roller coaster engineer, and that's probably the primary one that you need. That or electrical, but I think mechanical is just a lot more cool. So that is what I'm going in for, and I might change it halfway. I do want to minor in business, but as of right now, the plan is just a mechanical engineering major. All right, so the next question is from Gorgeous, and he asks if I practice any sports, and congrats on the 1,000 subs. So first off, thank you on your congratulations. It does mean a lot to me, And as for sports, I swam competitively for 11 years, and I just stopped as now at the end of the season. So I think I picked it up in second grade on the summer swim team. I tried out for the club swim team, I think my third grade, and ever since then I have swam clubs. So do club, do summer swim, and then when high school season came around, when I finally got into the high school, I did it all 4 years. Me and my friends set relay records for our high school, which is really cool. And right now, I am sort of like retired because I haven't been doing anything swimming related in about 4 months. I think my last meet was in March or April, and I haven't really swam competitively at all since then. I've done a few like laps at pools just to stay in shape, but other than that, not really. And as for next year, I might want to do a club swim team at Lehigh, or I do want to try for the ultimate frisbee team. So that is where I'm at with my sports right now. But yes, swam competitively for a really long time, and hoping to do ultimate frisbee or something new soon. So that's where I'm at. All right, so Colin Leary asks how much money I have spent on the Marvel Casino of Champions. And now this was a good question. This is not one I was expecting, and when I saw it, I was like, whoa, damn. So basically, I had to spend about, I think, like $80 on Cyber Weekend last year, $50 on 4th of July this year. I did $100 to finish exploring Abyss because I was too lazy to do arena grind. I've probably spent around $50 just getting random things. And then just to be safe, I said just maybe throw in like an extra 30 to $60. So my total spent is probably around $300 to $350, which is really just absurd for a mobile video game. I know there's people who've done a lot more, but for me, it's kind of a waste, I'm not gonna lie, because it is a mobile game, but you know what, in the moment it seems like a good decision and it can be pretty fun. So I don't really regret it that much, but a little bits of me do, I won't lie. But it's in the past, can't change it now. So that is the grand total of spent on the game. So $300 to $350. All right, so the next question comes from Alex Ortiz. He asks, what made me start playing MECOC, and when did I start taking it seriously? And also, what champ do I want added most to the game? So firstly, as for the champ that I wanted added most was actually Spider-Man 2099. He was my number one most wanted champ for the longest time, but now they're adding him. So I guess secondly would be the Lizard, Sandman, or Bullseye. So those are the answers to that one. All right, and as for the second question, what made me start playing the game was I just saw it come up in the App Store back when it was like first released in 2014. So I was an OG player, but I didn't play for a long time. I had an account. I got, I think, a rank 4 or 3 4-star Thor. Didn't have a built-up account at all. Quit about after 10 months of playing, because just it got a little bit boring and repetitive to me. But then I picked the game back up when Ant-Man came out, so a little bit then. I picked it up when Carnage came out, because Carnage is awesome. And then I put it down again. So the real first time I started taking it seriously was when Corvus and Proximo were added, so I think that's April of 2018. So I've been playing for over 3 years consecutively now, and that's when I started taking it seriously, when I started focusing on who I wanted to rank up, how I was going to progress in the game. So it was really at that month that I decided I wanted to start taking this game seriously, and well, it's been blossoming ever since, so haven't regretted that choice. So hope that answered those two questions. All right, so our next question is from Matarushu again. I can't say it right, but he asks, who is my favorite Marvel character? So this is fairly easy for me. If we're talking heroes, it's Spider-Man. But if we're talking villains and overall, it is Carnage by far. I love Carnage so much. He was my first Marvel character that I really just fell head over heels for in love with. Because I bought a Spider-Man comic when I was younger with Venom in it. Thought Venom was a pretty badass character. And then I found out there was a red version of Venom, and he was just slim and cool and just even deadlier than Venom. And I was like all on board. I was like, yep, this is my guy. I like him. Favorite character. So Carnage is just such a beast mode character for me. I love him. I love his story and like that he's this crazy psychopath killer that gets this symbiote, which is just like an absolute match made in heaven or hell if you're on the receiving end of it, because it's just everything that the symbiote enhances it in its host. So every like killer like aspect he has about him just gets so much further enhanced, and I think it's such a cool concept. So Carnage, definitely my favorite Marvel character. So excited to see him in the new Venom movie. And yeah, that's an easy question for me. So hope that just shows my true love for Carnage. But let's move on. We have two more questions left, so let's start wrapping this up. Okay, so our second to last comment is from RaptorUnhinge, and he asks, what is my favorite Marvel movie, and has some really nice supportive comments down there. So I just want to thank him for all the support that he's shown the channel. And as for my favorite Marvel movie, Avengers Infinity War. It is my favorite, and I believe it is also the best Marvel movie. I love how Thanos is framed as the hero of the story, with the Avengers basically acting as his villains. He does the most screen time. That ending where he just sits down and takes a deep breath, reveling in his success. One of my favorite scenes in all of the MCU. It's so well done. The entire movie is like just constantly beautifully paced. Nothing feels like a dull moment. It is so entertaining from beginning to end. The characters are memorable. The interactions are awesome. Endgame is like the perfect send-off, but Infinity War is the perfect movie, in my opinion. In between the two, you can like Endgame more. That's fine by me. If it's your favorite, that's fair, I don't care. But you do have to admit, at the end of the day, that Infinity War is the better overall movie than Endgame. So that's where I stand on it. It's my favorite, and I do believe it's just the best. It's so well done. So that's what I think my favorite movie is. But favorite fun movie in the entire Marvel catalog, this is a little added bonus to the question. But favorite fun movie is Spider-Man 3. Easily, it's so goddamn hilarious that I could just watch it for hours on end. No, it's not good, but it is so funny. So that's the answer to that question. Hope that extra little slice was fun. So let's move on to our last question of the Q&A. And our final question is from Monkey, and he asks, why is Hulkbuster the best tech ahead of Ghost? And has some really nice support down below, which I always appreciate. So basically, this boils down quite simply, why is Hulkbuster the best tech in the game? It's because he's chunky. He's massive. Ghost, I feel like I could, kick over with my pinky toe. Now, Hulkbuster, he's a hefty boy. He's big and thick, big chunky. Moto would come out of the water, see Ghost, be like, hell no, I want this boy, Hulkbuster. So that's pretty much the end of the debate there. It's easy that Hulkbuster is better than Ghost for that reason alone. So hope that answers that. And that is basically going to do it for the Q&A. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this little slice of my life, a little bit of fun. I had fun doing it, and I had fun reading your comments and replying to them. So thank you all once again for 1,000 subscribers. It does mean a lot. Now, my upload schedule is going to get a little weird soon, which I will address in a separate video, but I just want to thank you all for sticking with me through all this so far. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day.